7 things happened in Nigeria and the world this week. Every single one of you needs to know about it today. Some will make you angry, one will make you proud as a Nigerian, and one will have every football fan screaming, and one will break your heart all over again. Make sure you watch till the end because we are going through 7 right now. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Nigerian politics, current affairs, and everything that matters, what I talk about on this channel. Straight and simple, no propaganda, no sentiment. Every single day. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our stories. 7 stories today. Let's go. Want to be very fast. Story number 1, NDC set the standard. Let me start with this story this week because it gave me genuine hope. Because after everything we have watched, after an APC officer jumping from 85 to 201 on camera, the ADC primary, where 2 candidates called the result concocted, the River State primary that produced 3 different winners. Something happened yesterday that Nigeria needs to see it. The NDC conducted its nationwide primaries for presidential and governorship and national assembly, as well as state assembly election, May 28 and May 29. Reports from across the federation show that the voting and the affirmation process were transparent and largely each free in most centers. Party stakeholders commended aspirants and supporters for their maturity and conduct. Was it perfect? No. They were complaining in Edo State. One aspirant in Enugu alleged irregularities, but compare that to APC and compare it to ADC. Compare it to the violence in Ekiti and the DSS detention that happened in Katsina State. The NDC had won clearly. Zero tolerance for violence, intimidation, or disruptive behavior. And for the most part, that warning held. This is what a party primary is supposed to look like. People voted, result came out. Nobody goes on Twitter calling result concocted. The NDC just showed every other party in Nigeria how it is done. Credit where it is due. Story number 2, Tinubu's 3 years, the honest report card. Yesterday, May 29th, was exactly 3 years since Tinubu stood at Eagle Square and said 4 words that changed everything for Nigerians. Fuel subsidy is gone. 3 years later, we are here. Let's do a honest report card. From that time, petrol moved from 195 naira to 1,200 naira per liter. Food inflation hit about 40%. The naira dropped from 450 and we saw it move as low as 1,700 naira per $1 when it got to a worst point. Public debt jumped from 87 trillion naira to 144 trillion naira. National grid collapsed 12 times. 90 million Nigerians still have no access to electricity. On the positive side, GDP is growing to 3.98%. External reserves hit a 7-year high. A trade surplus for 5 consecutive quarters. Student loan scheme is now law. But when you ask the ordinary Nigerian on ground whether life is better than it was 3 years ago, the answer you hear in the market, in the keke, in the bus stop, in every angle is a clear no. 3 years in, the question is whether the reforms reach ordinary Nigeria before election does. We don't know. Congrats to Tinubu on 3 years of whatever it is. Story number 3. The children in Oyo are still missing. Guys, it's been over 2 weeks since gunmen rode into Orire local government area of Oyo State. On motorcycles, they took children from 3 schools. Children as young as 2 years old. Teachers doing their job gone. One teacher, Michael Oyedokun, was beheaded on camera, and the remaining victims are still in that forest right now. Maybe I should not play the video. Let's just move and explain something. Seyi Makinde has governed Oyo State for 6 years. Through most of that time, Oyo was relatively safe. The moment he declared his presidential ambition, bandits attacked schools in the state and took over 30 people hostage. I'm not saying Seyi Makinde caused this, but I'm saying the timing is too suspicious to ignore. And somebody needs to answer why Oyo State, which was not a kidnapping hotspot, suddenly became one the moment his governor stepped into the national political spotlight. And to the federal government, these are not chess pieces. These are children. These are teachers. These are people whose families cannot sleep. The government had over 2 weeks. What exactly is happening in those forests? One woman even released a video begging them not to come, that the kidnappers are making life difficult for them because some soldiers came around. So that means already they know where these people are hiding. Why not just... Story number 4, VDM and the crowdfunding. Well-meaning but dangerous. VDM said this publicly And I want to quote him directly. If in the next 4 days the federal government are not able to bring those people out, we will have no other option than to first do crowdfunding to get them out. We will be one to negotiate with the terrorists. VDM, I am speaking to you directly. Listen to me now. Tag VDM in this video. Brother, stop that. Please stop. Here is why this idea, as well as the intention as it is dangerous. First, paying ransom to kidnappers does not free people. It encourages more kidnapping. The moment you pay, you prove this method works, and the next set of children will be taken again, and they will be taken because somebody saw crowdfunding. Second, negotiating with terrorists without government authorization is illegal in Nigeria. It does not matter how good your intentions are. If the money reaches the kidnapper, even through an intermediary, you have just exposed yourself to terrorism financing charges. They go arrest you. Third, and I say this with genuine concern, VDM, the presidency is already looking for you. They are looking for a reason to arrest you. Do not hand them a perfect legal weapon. A GoFundMe that reaches terrorists is exactly that weapon. Stay away from this, VDM. Let the government do their job. That is my message for you. Do not crowdfund. The government need to do what they are paid to do with our taxes money. Ireo. Story number 5. Atiku's final vote is 1.84 million. Quick updates for the 30,000 of you that watch my ADC primary video. Yeah, the final official vote count is now confirmed. Atiku won the ADC presidential primaries with 1.84 million votes nationwide. He has a certificate already. He's the official ADC presidential candidate for 2027. But I said in that video that Images called the result concocted, right? And Adeoti also rejected the process. The ADC enters 2027 election divided if this internal structure are not fixed, and the bigger picture remains the same. Atiku in ADC, Peter Obi, keep saying this in NDC, Makinde in APM or PDP. Jonathan is still floating in the PDP Turaki faction. 4 major opposition platform against one Tinubu in 36 states. We're talking about a president who has the full machinery of federal government behind him. A divided opposition against Tinubu is the greatest gift, and they're already giving him the free gift. But we hope that Peter Obi becomes stronger. Now to the sweet part. Crystal Palace historic Conference League win. Now let me give you something to smile about. Yeah, Crystal Palace shocked Europe this week with an historic Conference League triumph, and every Nigerian is celebrating this because of the Nigerian connection. Yeah, we always do in Nigeria. We celebrate this kind of thing. This is the kind of moment that reminds us of African talent. When given the right environment, the right structure, the right support, they can compete and beat even the best in the world on any stage. The tragedy is that most of these players had to leave their countries to reach that stage. Nigeria has the talent, but what Nigeria needs are leaders who will build the environment where these talents do not have to leave Nigeria to be fulfilled. And finally, Arsenal versus PSG, the Champions League Final is happening today. And now, this is the story every football fan in Nigeria has been waiting for. Today, Saturday, May 30th, right here in the evening, Arsenal faces PSG in the UEFA Champions League Final in Budapest, Hungary. Kickoff is 5 p.m. Nigerian time. This is the biggest match in club football history, and the storylines are incredible. Arsenal from the Premier League, right, champions the 4th time, are back in the Champions League final for the first time in 20 years. The last time they were here was 2006 when a squad led by Thierry Henry lost to Barcelona 2-1. I watched that match. I can't forget 2006. Tonight, Mikel Arteta's men get the chance to finally lift that trophy. On the other side, PSG are the defending champion. They beat Inter Milan 5-0 last year. And tonight, they can become only the second team to retain the Champions League trophy in the modern day era after Real Madrid. Real Madrid even won 3 times in a row between 2016, 2017 and 2018. Now, for Nigeria, this game matters. We have Nigerians and Nigerian heritage player involved. We have Nigerian Arsenal fans who have been waiting for this moment for 20 years. And we have the usual Nigerian debate. Who are you supporting? Guys, who are you supporting? PSG have Kvaratskhelia, the most dangerous player in the tournament with 10 Champions League goals. Arsenal have Bukayo Saka, Eberechi Eze, who have been electric this season. And a defense that conceded just the fewest goal in Premier League. Their goalkeeper David Raya matched the club record with 19 clean sheets this season. This is attack versus defense, free-flowing football versus tactical discipline. The most exciting final we've had in years. And I want to know, who do you think will win tonight? Drop your prediction in the comment section right now. After the match, we will come back here because we'll be doing a reaction video immediately, right? 7 stories all happening in the same week. The NDC has shown us how clean primary look like. Tinubu completing 3 painful years. Children still missing in the forest. VDM about to make a dangerous mistake with best intentions. Atiku with his damaged ticket. Crystal Palace making African proud. And tonight, the biggest club football, PSG versus Arsenal match, is happening today. This is Nigeria and the world in 1 week. Complex, painful, dramatic, and occasionally beautiful. Drop your story number in the comments from 1 to 7. Which one affected you the most? And for story 7, who do you think wins the match? Arsenal or PSG? Right? Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share this video with every Nigerian who needs to know all these 7 stories. Like it so that more people can find it. And subscribe to this channel so that you will never miss any video we put out there. We will be back tomorrow with a full Champions League final reaction. And next week, the stories we have covered today, if they develop, we'll bring it to you and break them down. Subscribe right now, turn the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. God bless Nigeria and God bless you.